everyone. Here we are at Aretha's Jazz Cafe downtown. And welcome to the Michigan Jazz Festival Vocal Clinic. We're glad you're here with us. Yeah, thank you. We're live, we're here, we're together. The music is happening. So thanks for being here. My name is Tini, and together with my co-clinician, Scott Winnell, we'll be sharing some ideas on melodic stylization with our singers. How to take a standard tune and craft it into something that is uniquely yours. We have two students with us who will demonstrate different ways of doing that by using techniques and elements that we'll define for you. But before we get started, I'd like to tell you a little bit about Scott and I. Scott Winnell is a pianist, composer, arranger, and band leader. Scott is a professor of jazz in the Department of Music at Oakland University, and he's the educational director at Music Hall Performing Arts Center. This past year, Scott received the award for outstanding teaching online through Oakland University. No small feat for those of us that are taught online and know how it goes. Bravo, Scott. And Scott is also the recipient of numerous Detroit Music Awards. I met Scott when he was a student of mine in the vocal jazz ensemble at Wayne State University. I've had the opportunity to teach vocal jazz at both Wayne State and Oakland, as well as Berklee College of Music, Northwestern University, and my alma mater, Western Michigan. I'm also a jazz vocalist, so Scott and I will approach our clinic from a few different perspectives, that of the soloists themselves and that of the accompanying pianist and rhythm section. We're also really, really lucky to have two fabulous players with us tonight. We have Galen McKinney on drums, who's marvelous. And Jordan Shug on bass, who's also fantastic. Galen, Jordan, and Scott are amongst the busiest players in town, in the Midwest, in the country. They can play anything, anywhere, with anyone. They're fabulous. We're really lucky to have them working with our students. But they also are marvelous educators, and that is the breed that we do here in the, jazz in Detroit. We teach and we educate. So we're happy to have you along for the ride. Again, the focus of our clinic is melodic stylization. So after we hear each of our students deliver a song, we'll offer some ideas and techniques that they can use to help them stylize and personalize their delivery, which is the ultimate goal of every jazz musician. We will start with Melody Balos, who is a vocal jazz student of mine at Wayne State. When Melody was just 16 years old, she won the Detroit Jazz Festival Youth Vocal Competition, and she's been studying jazz ever since. So will you please welcome Melody Balos, and her first tune is going to be What Is This Thing Called Love?
This thing called love, this funny thing called love. Just who can solve this mystery? Why should it make a fool of me? Saw you there one wonderful day. You took my heart, threw it away, and that's why I ask the Lord in heaven above, what is this thing called love? Shut up and do you do better, buddy? But do you do you saw you there one wonderful day. You took my heart, threw it away,
job, Mel. Nice to hear you. So listen, Scott, I've got an idea. The melodic stylization that Melody's already placed in, I would love to have you comment on, and I would like to talk about her improvisation. Even though this focus of this clinic was not going to be improv, but Melody did the 2A's improv, and I have an idea that I'd like to share. So, do you want to do the melodic stylization first, or you want to hit the improv first? What do you think?
I'll do improv first.
All right, so I happen to know Mel because we've been working together, and I know that when we study a tune and study the chord changes and approach methodically, I know that she can do it really well. And we've not worked on this tune. This is a tricky tune, right? Tricky harmonically. And I'd like to offer a suggestion to simplify the improv before we try to do too much with it. And that is a technique you and I have done before. This is a great technique for any singer. Just take that melody and scat it. And maybe try to, you can vary the melody a little bit. You can waver away from it, but just, ba da da da, ba ba. So you're hearing, so I want you to just try that. Try the 2A's, scat the melody. Just the 2A sections.
Okay.
Okay? Let's try that.
Two. Oh wait, are we doing the intro again too?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, do the intro.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. What is this thing called love? This funny thing called love.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you. I just want you to take the, just take the solo.
Oh, just from the beginning?
Yep,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
And you can go right on it, okay? We don't need the intro, right?
Okay.
So just scat that melody.
Okay.
1, 2, 1, 2. Phrases and just extend them a little bit, okay? You're doing some great staccato approach. Just extend that melody a little bit. Try for like a blue note or a different note approach. You know how to do that using those scales in your head. All right, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so audience better? Yeah, right? Because we just didn't try to do too much at once. And I think that it happens to all singers, and maybe it happens to horn players too. But I think improvisation makes singers nervous, and so we try to do too much at once. And if we can, somebody used the word concentration. It might have been you with that wonderful instrumental trio earlier. If we can center ourselves and concentrate and realize that we don't have to, get off the starting block at 100 miles an hour, but ease into it, I think. I thought that second pass was great. There was a scat solo right there, and a pretty good one, right? Now, one more thing, and then we'll move on. This time, and you did extend, as I suggested. It was great, and you found some really good notes in your head because you've got a great set of ears. This time, the open space at the end of every phrase, try to fill it with something instead of just falling off. Okay? So you're going to scat the melody. You're still scatting the melody. Ba-da-da-dum. Da-da-da-da-dum-dum-dum-dum.
Okay.
Ba-da-da-bum. So, right, scat the melody, and then add a fill. You can do it.
Okay.
Scat the melody, and then try to add a fill
Sure.
to fill the space.
Okay.
Okay? All
Got
right.
it.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, all right, good, good. And so that's an idea that you can run with, right? And then of course, and that's just one idea, because then of course there's the nitty-gritty work of getting into playing the scales that go along with those chords and doing your arpeggiation, arpeggios and the scale exercises. That's the second step, right? But this is a way to take a tune and stretch it and do a little bit of improvisation on the bandstand. All right, good job with that. So Scott, melodic stylization. Yeah, good job, Mel.
That was great. It was so nice to hear where you started and just with that direction where you ended up right there. That was a wonderful example. I'd like to kind of focus on another part of the tune real quick, and that's the melody. April said melodic stylization, and that's the treatment of a melody. She mentioned that kind of making the song yours. You know, taking it, adjusting maybe the rhythm of the song, the melody of it. You maybe the harmony, I guess, but mostly kind of changing the melody. And something that's interesting is you already have. When I heard you sing this, you already have a pretty advanced concept of melodically what to do with this song, which is really cool, you know? So I would like, instead of kind of messing with that, instead I'd kind of like to go backwards, and I'd like to maybe show the audience and show our listeners and watchers that what this melody actually is, you know? And kind of show what you did to it, because the melody itself to What Is This Thing Called Love, if you don't know it, is actually pretty simple. Guys, could we play the first 8 bars really quickly? And I'm going to play the melody once, and then can you come in with your 8 bars right after that? Come in right at the beginning where you come in. So I'm gonna play it once, and then I want you to sing it. Does that make sense? So I'm gonna play it, and then you do yours, and let's put them like you go right after me. Does that make sense?
Is it like?
It's like an 8-bar intro.
Yeah, just treat it like that.
So you're just playing the melody like the actual.
I'm gonna play the Cole Porter melody, and yeah.
Okay.
And I want you to sing it your way to demonstrate what it is that you're doing to it. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
What is this thing called love? This funny thing called love.
Yeah. So immediately, I mean, what I hear all this great stuff. One of the things is the syncopate. Oh, yeah. Probably better to talk on the mic. I heard all this great stuff. One of the things you did immediately was you are not afraid to syncopate the melody. I love that. You're immediately kind of throwing it around. You know, sometimes you bring it forward and sing it a little earlier than the original melody. Sometimes you sing it after, and I kind of equate it to being like if we had a rubber band. And if you pull the rubber band, you can pull it this way. It always comes back. The beat, it always comes back to the beat. You can pull it this way. It snaps back all the time. And you have an awareness of the form, so you never get lost, but you'll kind of use under a suspension of belief type of thing, or suspension of disbelief, where like you'll move it around, and so for a second it's kind of like, whoa, where are we? But you do it with such confidence that I have faith in you that you bring it back, and you do. So that's one of the things you did, and I really enjoyed that. So let me ask you a question. When you learned this melody, did you learn it from listening to an artist, or who is that artist?
So I listened to Sarah Vaughan's version of this tune, actually.
Yeah.
Loved it. She did it like so insanely fast, obviously, like, you know, faster than we're doing it right now. But I loved the way she did it, and I learned it based on her arrangement.
Yeah, Sarah Vaughan's one of the best, isn't she? It's she has so much ease in the way she moves the tune around. Can we do one more thing, and then I think it'll be time to move on. I'd like to try and do both these together. Could we do that? Could I play my melody on top of your melody?
Absolutely.
Let's try it. So we'll really get to see both of them and what that melody is doing to it. So come right in right away.
Okay.
All right. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
What is this thing called love? This funny thing called love. Just
So they weren't exactly at the same time. I love that. That's cool. Yeah. So I'd like to hand it back to April.
Yeah. So let's mention one other thing. The bridge in this. You mentioned learning it from Sarah Vaughan. Sarah Vaughan does a cool treatment of the bridge melody to this that Mel is singing. So Scott, can we play the original melody just once, and then we should play the original melody, then have Mel sing it, and then we'll do the stack it on top of each other thing, because that really I think tunes the ear up to what we're trying to demonstrate. So here's the original melody of the bridge. I saw you there one wonderful day.
1, 2, 3.
So you sing right at the top of that section.
On the bridge.
Yeah, 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3.
tired there. One wonderful day you took my heart, threw it away. That's why I asked the
Let's stop it
Lord.
there. Good. Yeah, Melody also puts, she stretches her phrases. She's not afraid to back phrase, right? Sing behind the beat, but she also does some nice ornamentation, jazz isms, I guess, or jazz stylings with her voice. She really plays her voice around like a saxophone would do a smear. She's doing that with her voice, which is really cool. How about one last thing? Let's put those two things on top of each other. That was a fun idea, Scott. I liked it. All right, Scott's playing the original melody, and Melody is singing a very altered melody on the bridge. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Tired there. One wonderful day you took my heart, and then you threw it away. That's why I asked the Lord in the heaven above, what is this thing called love?
All right. Nice. Yeah, good job, Mel. Thank you, trio. Beautiful. And thanks for your warm reception, audience.
Georgia, Georgia, comes as sweet and clear as moonlight through the pine. Other arms reach out to me. Other eyes smile tenderly. Still in peaceful dreams I see the world is back to you. Georgia, Georgia, no peace I find, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia my mind.
Melody has she already understands the idea of making a tune her own, and she's got a beautiful sound, and she uses that, which is great. And we want to talk about a couple of techniques that she could use to just add some jazz stylings. And these are things that we've already talked about, but we can apply them to this tune. So one of the things, we talked about it earlier, filling some of that space. Melody's a sensitive musician, and so when she sings Georgia and leaves the space after each one of those phrases for the trio to fill, which they fill beautifully, that's great. But the song is slow, right? And because it's slow, it's long, and so maybe you could think about filling some of those spaces on your own, and the trio will hear it and follow. So maybe not right off the bat, but what about the second A? Georgia, Georgia, no peace I find. Georgia, Georgia, no peace I find. Instead of the phrase, and then space. The phrase, then space.
Okay.
Filling. So why don't we take it from the top and think about, you don't have to do it in the first phrase, but maybe you've got 2 A sections to try to fill some of those holes. Okay?
Got it.
Let's go right on it.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Georgia, Georgia, a song of you.
Yes.
Comes as sweet and clear as moonlight through the pines. Georgia, Georgia, a song of you comes as sweet and clear as moonlight through the pines. I sang the same verse twice, that's okay.
Yes, ma'am, right? Okay. So now let's ask her, how'd you do it? How'd you do it? There was a vast difference, right, between her first delivery, which was beautifully but straight, and then her personality came shining through like a jazz singer in that second. How'd you do it?
So I actually don't fully remember, and I feel like that's part of it. It's just kind of like if you think about it too hard or too much, it's almost like nothing's gonna come out that like should just naturally come out. I don't know.
It's okay to not know.
Yeah.
I just thought if we had a secret, we would let the audience in on it. But I think, Scott, when we talk about melodic stylings, that's an idea of filling space, right? Now the other thing, I can't remember exactly where it was, but she put a beautiful blue note in there.
Oh, yeah.
And one of the ideas behind melodic stylings that you have come up with and coined is adding blue notes. And Georgia is a great vehicle for blue notes. So, Melody, what if we put you on the spot one more time? And let's just try 1A section. Okay, just 1A section. And do what you did just recently, which is fill it, but add some more blue notes.
Blue notes.
See if you can do that. 1, 2, 3.
Georgia, Georgia, the whole day through, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind.
Let's do another A. You found a few. Try to find a few more.
Georgia, Georgia, a song of you comes as sweet and clear as moonlight through the pine.
Good effort. So here's a thought. Sometimes we want to try to throw too much at our students at once, and maybe that's a little overload. Because I know that you are capable of finding a lot of blue notes. Putting you on the spot maybe isn't the best idea, because we studied the blues scale, right? You know how to do it. But Scott and I talked about how much should we try to do with one given tune. I like the idea of filling the space, which she did beautifully, and came up with all kinds of alternate melodic phrases on her own. So it's just a thought to take Georgia and maybe take it to the practice room and try some blues scale notes with it, right here and there. And some of it came out naturally the first time. But this seems like a vehicle for a lot of a blues approach. What do you think, Scott?
Yeah. Some of this kind of like. Yeah, I love it. Some of this kind of exists where it's kind of, is it a change note? Is it a blue note? How much do you think about it? Obviously, if you think too much, you lose a little bit of the natural approach to it. To me, the real key to sounding a little bit different singing a song is imitation. You were doing that already. You're imitating Sarah Vaughan on the one tune, and I think that really is the access into doing these kind of changes. This is a little bit of an analytical approach. We definitely don't want you analyzing in the moment, but at the same time, don't be afraid to take chances. Like a direction I might give to be able to do this, I don't want to tell you any notes what to play, but could we try just the first 4 bars of the song, the Georgia, Georgia, the whole day through. And I'm going to give you one direction. That's it. Can we try it? Do you see what I mean melodically? I want you to just step up. Instead of following the contour of the tune, that goes,
Okay.
that does this.
I know exactly what you mean.
Okay, let's try that.
2, 3, 4.
Georgia, the whole day through,
I feel that every melody has a track, like and you can either fall into the track that's given, or you can create your own. And sometimes if you're better off if you push away from the track that's given, and you're more likely to create new melodies that way. So sometime, if you're trying to think, what could I do in the practice room to kind of make myself sing new melodies, is do that. Kind of, first of all, sketch out the melody, just put a line through the melody and kind of look at what the contour is, and then try and do everything you can to avoid that contour. And you're going to find yourself creating new melodies and a new approach to it.
Yeah, I love that.
All right. I'm wondering if we do a Let's do a little bit of the bridge for fun, and then we'll get to Damon, okay? So right on the bridge, right? And let's see what you can do. Using some of these, we've put 3 or 4 different ideas in your head. See what you come up with. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Other arms reach out to me. Other eyes smile tenderly, still in peaceful dreams. I see the road leads back to you, Georgia.
Let's take it home.
Georgia, no peace I find, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia in my
All right, Melody Balos. Beautiful melody. Good job, sweetheart. Really good.
Thank you so much.
Great job.
Yes. Yeah, please do, Galen. Please. Let's hear from the trio.
I do want to say that I do admire the fact that you learned the melody as is first, and then ventured off from it. And I think all singers should do that. Learn the melody as is first, and then branch off from there. So I admire that. Yeah.
Thanks, Galen. Such beautiful colors, too, coming from the trio. So thank you. And Mel, I know you're listening. You're listening to the trio. I can see it. I can see your wheels turning, and I can see you doing some musical interaction with them. So great. Thank you so much. Our next singer is a fabulous young gentleman, and he is actually a student of Scott's. And so, Scott, I think you should do the honors of introducing wonderful Damon. Okay?
Damon, where are you at? All right, come on up, Damon. It's Damon DeBose. Damon is now. Don't tell me you graduated. Oh my gosh, he just graduated. I'm feeling just a little bit older. He was at Renaissance High School, standout student in every way, in his participation, in his academic achievement, in his ability to improvise. And the minute I met him, I knew he was a special young man. So it's my pleasure to have him up here singing with us.
Awesome.
We're going to do a tune. I think, was it Louis that made it famous? Yeah. Louis Armstrong. What a Wonderful World.
Okay. Yeah, just one time through. One time through, yeah. We'll give you a little intro though. Okay. What's your tempo?
I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day and the dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky. They're also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying that I love you. I see babies cry, I watched them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Beautiful. Oh, Damon, what a voice, huh? What a beautiful voice you have, and you use it so well.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's really a pleasure to listen to you sing, and you open up, and I just love that. And as an audience member, I find myself being drawn in to the the colors of the rainbow, the colors of your voice. And so when there's a long-held note at the end of a phrase, I wanted to hear more. What a wonderful world. I wonder if you can go somewhere with that. Now, the trick is, and this is uniquely to singers, you know, the R is the singer's enemy. And when you put the R and an L and a D together, world, it's world and earth and girl. I mean, they're the most horrible words to sing, so you have to modify, right? Wonderful, world. But is there any way you can, we want to hear more of your voice.
Okay.
So I want to hear, okay, so that was one. And I know I said, try not to tell them too many things at once, but this is the concept I'd like to share with you, and that is of painting a picture with the words. Lyric
Painting?
Lyric painting, maybe. I'm thinking, I see, what do you see? I see trees of green, red roses too. I think I want you to caress those words a little bit more, rather than just, these are the lyrics to this song. And it's a wonderful world because we have trees of green and red roses. But can you paint them a little bit more? Can you caress them? Can you give more emphasis? Can you just tell this story of the wonderful world by using the one thing that we have that the instrumentalists don't, and that's the lyric?
Okay.
Try it. And then when we get to world, let's hear that voice.
Okay.
Okay, let's see if we can do that.
Still straight ahead. Yeah, we'll just give you a leg lead.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Tell us about the sky.
I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Yeah, good job. It's so nice. Yeah, beautiful, right? Right? Yes. But I want to just say you're so coachable, and that's a beautiful thing. That's how we learn. Good job. Yeah.
I just wanted to add one thing to the discussion here. When, as a pianist, Damon, as soon as I hear you start to like push it around a little bit and show emotion, we just eat that up back here. Oh my gosh, it motivates us. It makes us play better. There's no substitute for it. Like as soon as you start pushing, I could feel it on stage immediately. I wanted to dig in more. It pulled my ear right to you immediately. I can't tell you how much that it matters when you do it. That was awesome advice.
You know what's interesting is that Scott wasn't even really looking at Damon. It was all in the music, right? We could maybe see. We even saw more emotion, which was great, but we could really feel it. So moving on, the colors of the rainbow, right? I mean, that's a marvel. That's a marvel of nature, right? So I really like to use consonants. The colors. I mean, you got to be careful not to pop it, but the colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, and dynamics, right? I wanted to, and you did. You followed. You read me, and you went the bright blessed day and the dark sacred night. You did that, which was great. Colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands. How do you do? They're really saying, I love you. No, they're really saying, I love you. They're really saying, I love you. So again, you're painting a picture, you're telling a story. So let's tell the story about the colors of the rainbow that are a marvel in the universe. Okay. They're pretty, the faces of the beautiful children going by, friends shaking hands, how do you do? It's been a year since I've seen you, and I love you.
Bridge? Yep. D pedal? Drum?
Yeah.
2, 3.
Colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky. They're also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying that I love you. I see babies cry. I've watched them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Good job on that. We felt it. Yeah, yeah. You know, this is, it's funny because when Damon handed the music to the rhythm section, I heard Jordan say, God, I love this tune. This tune never gets old. Yep. And it's such a lovely statement about humanity. It is our job. A saxophone player or a pianist would have a very different job delivering What a Wonderful World. But our job is these words, man. And yes. And so caressing the lyrics, painting a picture, telling a story, using consonants, all that stuff is a big, big deal, I think, in lyric delivery in a ballad, right? Galen.
Also, on that part where you say, I love you, you can kind of hang on that for just a second and then I see, and then continue on. Okay. I think that would give it a nice little dramatic effect too, and make that I love you stand out even more.
Right.
Kind of the hook.
Absolutely. So I talked a lot about lyrics. Do you want to mention anything about phrasing or a specific melodic stylization technique?
You know, I'll wait till the next song.
Okay,
Yeah.
very good. He'll wait till the next song. So, great job on that. Beautiful, Damon. So, and your next song is?
I Got the World on the String by Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, so Sinatra's the one who he had made a famous recording of it, but
Okay.
our songwriter is Harold Arlen, right?
Okay.
One of the great American songwriters, but it's a great tune. So, thank you.
Eight up front, just eight of the melody. One.
I've got the world on a string. I'm sitting on a rainbow. I got that string around my finger. Oh, what a world, oh, what a life. I'm in love. I've got a song that I sing, and I can make the rain go anytime I move my finger. Unlucky me, can't you see? I'm in love. Life's a wonderful thing. As long as I got the string, I feel silly so and so. If I should ever let you go, I got the world on a string. I'm sitting on a rainbow. I got that string around my finger. Oh, what a world, oh, what a life. I'm in love.
So one of the kind of melodic stylization things that we were talking about is called leveling. I call it leveling. It's simply something I picked up listening to Billie Holiday. And not just Billie Holiday, a lot of vocalists do it, but Billie was so good at that. And pretty much what it means is just to take a melody, instead of having the peaks and valleys that a melody usually has, it goes up, goes down, goes up and down. We're trying to scrunch it a little bit. And it's just for a vocal effect. Now, leveling, if you do it too much, makes the music sound boring and kind of takes away from what the composer wrote. But in smaller doses, if you do it a little bit, it kind of makes the melody a little bit different. If you want to do it like different from the first time and do it the second time. So let's try that. So let me put this down for a sec.
So I'll demonstrate by playing it one time. So instead of so I'm gonna take two notes. I'm just gonna take two notes. All right, and let's take it right from the top. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Just try and keep it around a couple notes. Yeah, there you go. There it is. Ready? Let's try it. Right on. I'll count you off. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
I got the world on a string, I'm sitting on a rainbow. I got that string around my finger. Oh, what a world, oh, what a life. I'm in love.
That's it. Leveling, guys. That's awesome. So what was awesome to me is, like, if you were to sing the melody like we all want to hear it the first time around, you might try that the second time. Okay. You know, the thing I really loved what you did on that was not only did you kind of level part of the melody, but you kind of knew instinctively when to come out. That's so hard to teach, man. You kind of knew, it's like, okay, I dedicated a little bit of time and phrasing to that, and then you're like, now's the natural time to get out. So it's very intuitive. I really enjoyed that. Let's try it one more time from the beginning, and I want you to sing the first A section. I've got the world on a string sitting on a rainbow, the regular way, and when you get to I can make the rain go, that part, I want you to level that part. So the first time, keep it normal. Second time, let's try that. Let's try that technique, okay?
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
I got the world on a string, I'm sitting on a rainbow. I got that string around my finger. Oh, what a world, oh, what a life. I'm in love. I got a song that I sing, and I can make the rain go. I move my finger. Oh, lucky me, can't you see? I'm in love. Life's a wonderful thing.
Okay. So
That was great. Now, check out the bridge to this song, Life is a Beautiful Thing. This song is actually, Arlen actually kind of leveled it himself, right? Because his melody on the bridge goes, right? So he kind of does it already. So let's say you wanted to do something unique with the bridge. Maybe do the opposite, right? Let's do something even easier. So we're gonna change a couple notes. Let's just try octaves. Okay. Like let's see. Are you singing this one? Yeah. So you got that. You got that low F. That's
Life's a wonderful thing.
yeah, beautiful. All right. So right from Life is a Beautiful Thing. So I'll just give you 4 beats and we're in. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1.
Life's a wonderful thing, as long as I got the string. I feel silly so and so, if I should ever let you go. I got the world on a string, I'm sitting on a rainbow. I got the string around my finger. Oh, what a world, oh, what a life. I'm in love.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. Yes, great. That was awesome. So it's funny because I was thinking about the bridge too. And if we go back to our concept of leveling, of just singing 1 or 2 notes, Scott had a great idea, octave displacement. Okay, here's another one. This tune is swinging, right? The band is swinging back there. And Damon has a really good natural feel. But on a tune like this, you can swing it harder. And we take the if you can picture a pair of 8 notes, right? You're gonna take the second 8th note and accent it, that swing. So life's a beautiful thing, as long as I hold that string. I'd be a silly so and so if I should ever let go. It's actually kind of natural once you and the bridge starts on the offbeat. 1 life, 1 and 1. Life is, so if you punch life and then you punch every other note.
Okay.
See if it, I don't know, see if it works. Okay. I'll count it. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Life's a wonderful thing, as long as I got the string. I feel silly so and so, if I should ever let you go.
Good. Better. Here's an idea. I want you to do it with just Jordan. Just the bass. I'll demonstrate once for you, okay? So here we go, Jordan. 1, 2, 3, and. Life's a beautiful thing, as long as I hold that string. I'd be a silly so-and-so if I should ever let go. So, yeah, try it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1.
Life's a wonderful thing, as long as I got the string. I feel silly so and so, if I should ever let you go.
That's better. And if you have the luxury, which many of us don't, but if you ever have a bass player and you can just sing with bass, it really will help your rhythm and your time and your feel, and it'll help swing, because bass players swing in a different way that drummers swing. And it's really cool to just sing with drums as well. But you learn different things from that. But I in order to get a really good sense of time as a singer, and that's hard to do, I like to practice with the metronome, and that's what I really recommend, and practice with the bass player. So.
I have a thought. You mind if I?
Please.
Sorry, yeah, what do you think? So I was thinking about this leveling idea. It kind of sets up an expectation, right? So you leveled in this one certain level, and then you could defy that expectation by jumping up high. So you could sing "Life is a beautiful thing," and that's leveled, right? And then "If I should ever let you go" is the last lyric. You could go high, like "If I should ever let you go," or even high, like "If I should ever let you go,"
Okay.
something like that,
Okay.
to make the energy go from this to go whoa,
Okay.
and then the last day could be, you could keep it high or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, something to try.
Yeah. Let's try. You know what? Let's try one last. Let's try one last bridge to the final A. Take it out.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's take it up an octave or something on "If I Should Ever Let You Go," or maybe not quite that high, but whatever you're capable of.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking. The "If I Should Ever Let Go," that note, is that a weird note? It's the ninth, right? Is it the ninth?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a weird note.
Maybe improvise on it, or just take it up. Like
It's a
6.
great idea. I love your idea, Jordan, and I think that is just like something to take to the practice room.
Okay.
I think, because harmonically,
Throwing too much at him.
no, maybe, but I think harmonically, I mean, I'm thinking about how would I do that? I have to think about that, work it, but I don't know. You got a good set of ears on you.
I can try.
Let's try it. So, top of the page. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and.
Life's a wonderful thing, as long as I got the string. I feel silly so and so, if I should ever let you go.
It was great. Taking the front part of the phrase up the octave, that was it. But you got just sing it. If I should ever let go.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You tried to do something clever and good for you. It didn't work. That's okay. That's how we learn. Just do the regular melody up the octave. But the octaveless placement's a great idea. But instead of the last note, the top of the phrase, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, sorry.
That's
I
okay.
misread
That's
you.
all right. That's all right.
But that's a great idea. Okay. Again.
You did great.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Life's a wonderful thing, as long as I got the string. I feel silly so and so, if I should ever let you go. I got the world on a string, I'm sitting on the rainbow. I got that string around my finger. Oh, what a world, oh, what a life.
right, Damon DeBose, everybody. Great job, Damon. So great. Such beautiful singing from Melody and from Damon. Such beautiful playing from Galen and Jordan. Great input too. Scott, you are the author of the melodic stylization, coining that phrase, I think, and then coming up, he's got like almost a dozen techniques. If you want to learn, study with Scott, learn more about melodic stylization. But there's a lot of things we can do to make a song our own, and sometimes it becomes academic, like you said, but in the end, this is what you take to the practice room so that you can eventually put it on the bandstand, and you guys helped so much. So, beautiful job. Thank you, everyone. And Scott, any final thoughts?
I'm just so proud of everybody from both the first set and this set. You guys stepped up. You took criticism, well, I guess it's not criticism, constructive criticism, like a pro. I heard everyone get better over the hour, and I think this evening was just absolutely fabulous. What a success. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, April. You did an awesome job. Jordan, Galen. Great job, everybody.
You know what? Also, thanks to our technicians. Ted is on the soundboard. Thank you for that, Ted. We wouldn't have a room without you. Thank you. To the lovely folks behind the bar, thank you so much for serving us tonight, for being here. To our beautiful audience, thank you for your warmth and your support, and to Jeff Dunn on videography. Yay. Also, to the great folks at the Michigan Jazz Festival, thank you for providing us the opportunity to give this clinic and for providing so much great virtual learning and performances on this Michigan Jazz Festival Day. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you next time. Keep singing.